So hello again, it is a new day. I really would like to start a new project. I really want to start a new project. I want to do maybe a Halloween blanket or Christmas blanket or something really big that I can sit down and just work on in the evenings when we watch TV or whatever we want to do. But before I start a new project, maybe it won't be a blanket, it could be something else, just something easy to work with, you know. But before I do that, I decided to go over all of my whips because I could see a little bit of a trend on YouTube right now where people just finish their whips. We all have whips, and I have quite a lot of whips right now. The pile of whips just growing larger and larger, and we don't want that. We want to finish some of the projects. So before I start a new project, I really have to finish at least one other project. I would really like to finish several projects, but I can't start a new project until I finish at least one other project, so my pile won't be bigger with my whips, because it's always so funny to start new projects, and it doesn't go that fast to finish everything you start, but you still have this feeling of that you want to start new projects all the time because it's so fun. So I have a lot of whips here in my couch, so I will go through all of this and we will see what we will choose to finish, and maybe I will only finish whips in this video and start a new project in the next video, or it will be a little bit of both, but we will see how the day turns out, really, because some projects are really big, so it won't be finished today anyway. But I also have a couple of small projects that I could finish, so I could get my number down on my whips, but we will just take it as it comes. So I guess that this vlog will be an like ordinary week crochet vlog, finishing whips or whatever we will do. So let's get started with all of this. So let's see what we have here. We have keychains. It's a small one and one that you will have around your neck. I could do these ones, they are small. This is a bag that just missing the stripes. Haven't decided how I want to do them, we'll see. This is beanies that I started when I was following a pattern that didn't really turn out as I wanted it. Maybe I will frog everything in this bag and start over with something else with this yarn, neck warmers or beanies or whatever, but I think maybe I will frog this. And this is, I think this is a start on a neck warmer. I could finish that one. This one is really old beanies that I worked on, and that was, I think, a couple of years ago, so I think I will frog these and do something else with that yarn. This is the blanket that I started on last summer. It's a little bit of a bigger project, and these are a hexagon cardigan and a hexagon cardigan. You have seen me working on this in previous videos. This is also
like old socks. I think this could have been here for like 10 years. I don't know. I think I will frog this, and maybe I will knit some socks with this yarn later on. You have also seen me working on beanies like this in previous videos. This is a lot of beanies that just have to be finished. And what do I have in this bag? This is key change. I actually think I just have to weave in ends on these two. This was a no, this was not a pattern test. I bought this pattern, but I wasn't really satisfied with it when I made the keychain, so I only did 2. We'll see if I make more, but on those I really just need to weave in ends. So I think maybe we will start with the projects that I actually just will frog, so we can get rid of these 2 bags. I think I will work on these 2.
So that's one done, and I actually think I will save this yarn, and in the future I think I will knit some socks with this yarn. It's perfect for socks, really. So that's gone, and now I think we will take this one and frog it. Okay, it was probably a knot here since I have cut this off. I will actually just throw that away and just save this. So that was 2 beanies down. It was actually 3 beanies in this bag. So I have now frogged 2 of them. So I will save this yarn for something else. Maybe I will do doll clothes with this yarn or something, because it's quite thin. So it's quite nice to use for doll clothes. Maybe I will start making doll clothes again. So now I have frogged this too. But then I also have this one. And as far as I can see, it's actually done. I think I really just only have to sew it together and this beanie will be done. And I have obviously crocheted this in with double string. I have obviously crocheted this with double string yarn, and that is not really that fun to frog. But actually this is done. I only need to sew it together and this beanie will be done. So I actually think I will do that. So at least I will get one beanie out of 3. So I have one. It's quite a lot of hours I put into the other 2. Maybe we will actually just do like this. And this beanie is done. I cannot have beanies, but at least me or my partner can use it. I don't fit in beanies, but you know, beanies doesn't look good on me, but at least it fits. So I will try this on my partner and see if he wants it, because I don't think you can have it either this way or you can fold up so that you will have a little brim on it. I have a quite small head, so I like to fold it up so that I have like this fold here. I like that best. So now this is done. So we got one beanie done and I frogged 2. So this bag is now empty. Feels good. So I will just put the yarn in this bag that I frogged. so I can take care of this yarn later and use it for something else. So one bag done. So let's go over and see what we had in this one. Really. So more beanies. Yes, and this was a pattern that I found on YouTube, but the ending, start and ending, you know, this line here, doesn't look good, and I can't really get it to work. So I obviously started this off-white one, and I started a black one too, so I have three beanies in this bag too, you know. So but I know it's not much left on this one, but I really don't want to keep it, you know. I actually think, since I only have done the brim on these two, I obviously started several beanies with the same pattern and only made the brim on the other two because that was the most easiest part, I guess. So I will actually frog all of these three and use the yarn for something else. This is the same yarn I use when I do my neck warmers. So maybe I will do neck warmers or maybe headbands, ear warmers, neck warmers, ear warmers or headbands. I don't know which you say when it is like, yeah, ear warmers, not headbands. Headbands you call it when you know, have the headbands when you play tennis, right? Or do you say headbands for ear warmers too? Let me know in the comments, please. I will frog these, really, because I will not make these ones. So let's do some frogging again. Feels nice to really go through all the bags I have with all these whips. I actually, in the last one I did, in the first one I did, I actually didn't know it was like 3 beanies in that one. So that was 3 projects. We actually got 1 done and 2 frog, and in this is also 3 beanies. I don't want to do them, so we'll frog it. And then we have 2 bags less with projects, really. It was actually 6 projects in these 2 bags. So that feels good. So frog this and then we will see. It's many hours that I'm frogging right now. But that's life sometimes, right? We can't keep everything we do and that we don't like, because then it will just be here year after year. It's better to frog it, even if you have put a lot of hours into it, and then use the yarn for something else. So that's the black, the off-white and the gray. They are now all frogged. So I think we will put it in this bag too, with the other yarn that is frogged. And I will put this in the basement later, where I have all my yarn. So now it's time for a break. But one more empty bag. That's nice. So 2 empty bags, 5 frogged projects, and 1 done so far. But now I will take a break, and I will get back to all of this later.
So let's see what we have in those bags. We have this one, and this one I actually think that we take this bag and we take this bag, because that's small projects, and we will look through these ones. These ones I will only need to weave in ends on, and then I don't think there is anything else in this one more than yarn. So I think I will do this, and in this I have, you know, like socks that I actually think that I will frog and use the yarn for maybe something else, because it's so long since I did this. So even if I try to finish it, I don't think that my tension and so on is the same. So this one will be frogging, and we will weave in ends on this one. I changed my sweatshirt also because the other one got too hot. So more comfy clothes on, and then I can get rid of these 2 bags maybe.
One more empty bag. Nice. Let's see what we have in this one. So I have these 2. Weave in ends. And then there is just yarn. Yarn, and I will weave in ends on these 2, so they will be finished. done. It's done. I think it took me like 2 minutes most. And the other one. And the second one. Why am I so stupid? So I don't weave in the ends right away when it goes so fast. I think maybe you can see them here. Really cute, but still not because they really don't look quite equal at each side. We'll see if I make more, or maybe I will find another pattern that I will try out. It's fun to try new patterns too. So these two are now done. Let's see what I will work on next. So it's a new day today, and it's actually almost 5:30 p.m. I haven't been able to do anything today because I have had so much to do. My son was here and we cook a lot of food for him and so on. But I guess I won't be able to work on so many things today, but I think I might take one of these blankets and start weaving in ends. I think that will be my project for today, and I will do as much as I can today, really. So this was actually the last ends on this blanket that I weaved in. So now I have done all the ends on this blanket, and it took me about 2.5 hours. The time is now about 8 p.m. And on this blanket I would like to have a little border because I think that looks a little bit nicer. So I will go down to my little yarn corner in the basement and see if I have any white yarn left that I used on this blanket, and hopefully I will find some yarn and then I will do a border. Maybe I will start that tonight. We'll see. But Otherwise, I actually got all the ends weaved in on this blanket, and that feels really, really good. I have the last 2 blankets that I made. I actually weaved in the ends as I go, and that's what I will continue to do, because I don't like when I have all these ends to weave in. It takes so much time and it is so boring. So it's better to do 10 to 20 threads at a time when I crochet the blanket than as I have been now. I have been sitting here for 2.5 hours and just weaving in ends. It's really, really boring. But let's see if I have any white yarn so I can do a border on this one. If I haven't, I need to go to the city nearby and see if they have any yarn that I can buy for the blanket. But hopefully I have a little bit of yarn. If not, this will be done for now. But I will go look for it, so we will see. At least the ends are weaved in and the blanket is done in that way. So let's go and see if I can find some yarn. This is a lot of the ends that I weaved in on the blanket, and no more ends on this one. So that's nice. So let's find some yarn so I can do a border. I will just do a very, very simple border on this one. I think I will just do some single crochet around it, a couple of rows, and then it will be done. But I have another blanket there, but we will wait with that for a while, so we will take this first. So let's see if I have any yarn, and I actually think I have, because I think that will be in this box, if there will be any. Yes, let's see here if we can find. Yes, it is this yarn. So I actually have a couple of white skeins, so I will bring this up on the couch. And do I have any more white? I only have 2, so we'll see how far we can get with 2 skeins. Hopefully it will be enough to do a couple of single crochet rows on the blanket. We'll see. So I don't need to buy any more yarn, really. So let's take this up and start the border.
Although I would love for September to be fall, in here it's the past couple of few years have been really, really hot. So here's where I'm at. I have the hexagon pattern for the blanket that, I don't know, just is much longer, so I really don't think I have that much left for the back panel. So anyways, so that's my dilemma, is if to continue working on this so I can release it soon enough, or if I just put it away and release it next year. I know I'm probably gonna forget tote bag, so I want to have at least 2 or 3 at least. So I was also thinking of doing that. So I'm just like everywhere. My head is everywhere right now. Should I do this? Should I...
So, good morning. It is Saturday today and it's early in the morning. I got up just like an hour earlier, and I worked all evening on the blanket yesterday. I didn't go to bed until 1 a.m. actually, and but I finished the blanket. So I wanted to show you how it turned out. And this is, I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera, but this is the finished blanket. It is like a baby blanket, but it is quite a big blanket, so maybe it's more like a kid's blanket, you know, a little older kid. You can have it for what you want, whatever you want. Baby blanket, a little older kid's blanket, but this is actually how it turned out. And I did 5 rows with single crochet. I found, as you saw yesterday, 2 skeins with the white yarn that I had left downstairs, and I actually have only this much left of it. So it turned out really good. I used up some yarn and I finished this blanket, but I also worked on this blanket for several hours yesterday. So this is one of the things that we accomplished in this video. We also finished a black beanie. Looking, I actually don't know if you can see it, but if I do like this, I finished this black beanie, and I also finished like 2 keychains. See if I can show them here. So these 2 I also finished in this. I guess this will be a finish or a frog video. I think I frogged like 6 smaller projects that I didn't want to finish. I completed 4 projects, that 1 big project and 3 smaller projects. So it gave me some empty bags that I can use for new projects. I also have 2 bags with yarn that I frogged. No, 1 bag that I frogged, because the other bag I actually have this yarn in all the time to work with. But I got 1 bag filled with yarn that I have frogged that I will put down in the basement, really. So I think that this will be all for this vlog, and I hope you enjoyed it. And there will be a part 2 with this frog or finished stuff. I actually got rid of 10 projects in this video. Frogged 6, completed 4. It's gone from my whip stash, and that feels really good that I am finished with these projects. They are gone from my stash. I still have a lot of whips left here, as you can see, but we will continue with these in the next video. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and maybe you want to subscribe to the channel. If you liked it, then you won't miss any video when I put up some. So, well, I think that's everything I have to say for this time. So I hope I will see you next time. Bye bye!